Looking through magazines and looking at different articles about nutrition, I tend to come across this notion that some foods makes you fat while other foods make you slim. It's the idea that certain foods are in themselves fattening while others are in themselves slimming. And this is a misunderstanding really of basic nutrition. There's no such thing as a fattening food. If you look at, people say fat makes you fat. Eat fat and you're going to get fat. But yet there are lots of people eating most of their calories coming from fat and they're still slim. Okay. On the other end of the spectrum, there are people saying carbohydrates makes you fat. Yet there are lots of people eating mostly carbohydrates and they're not fat. And in both camps there are fat people as well. So there has to be something else which causes weight loss or weight gain. And it's a very, very, very simple principle. The body has a certain need for energy each day to sustain its body and also to sustain its activities. And it needs to take in that amount of energy, and we measure that energy in calories. Just like centimeters or miles, or it's just a unit of measurement. So measuring the energy intake of a person being at one level, and then you can measure the output on another level. And if the person is eating more food than they need, the body will store the excess energy as fat, and you will gain weight. If you are eating less food than you need to sustain your body, you will lose weight, and your body will burn the fat you are already stored. Quite a simple equation. More calories in than out, gaining weight. Less calories in than out, lose weight. Super simple. So it boils down to how well can the body regulate food intake. Because the body regulates food intake by increasing hunger if you need energy, and decreasing it when you're good. So somehow the body has to tell us, or we have to feel when we're full and when we're good, like to stop eating. It has to do with the foods we are eating. People say it's because of, we're just greedy, we're just eating too much food. But think about it, like in nature, if an animal has an abundance of foods, it will still only eat what it needs. It's not going to overeat. Have you ever seen a fat bird? No, there's no such thing. Animals only get fat when they're eating the wrong foods, and that's usually because we humans are feeding them, right? We're not eating the foods for which we are biologically designed to eat. All animals in nature eat raw food. All animals in nature eat their species-specific diet. And our diet is a diet of fruits and vegetables. So what we see is that when human beings are eating their natural diet, the body can respond to it in the way it's designed. The body can react. The body can say, yep, I'm good. I've eaten enough. And you will stop eating because you're satisfied. Until the next meal where you're hungry again, and you will eat again until satisfied. If you're eating a diet poor in fiber, dry, poor in water, dehydrated foods, remember all cooked food, unless it's boiled, is dehydrated food, so it's more concentrated, it's more dense. It's easy to overeat on those foods because the body doesn't have time almost to react and to gauge how many calories it's eaten. The human physiology is one of a carbohydrate eater. We are frugivores by nature. We need to have the sweet sugar to satisfy us. That's why we are sweet seekers. That's why our whole society is notorious about adding sugar to everything. Why do you think that is? Because we're sugar addicts, some people say, but that's like saying we're oxygen addicts. We need sugar, we need carbohydrates from our food. So if the food is lacking in carbohydrate, if it's a high-fat food, the body will simply not be satisfied with it. So even though we might have eaten enough calories in the meal, in terms of total energy, the body might still be screaming out for more, essentially, because it didn't get its carbohydrates. This is why we have a dessert culture. This is why after every single big meal, everyone agrees they want something sweet. This is why people are running around in the evening snacking on sweet stuff, candies and all this. Why is that? It's because they haven't had enough carbohydrates during the day. So it's a kind of shift in mentality. When we start eating fruit, it's about opening up our eyes to how nature does things and how animals eat in nature. There's no calorie restriction in nature. It's just eat when hungry and just, until you're full. And that's how we want to live. We want to be able to eat nice, tasty food without worrying about our health declining. Fruit is the best food for mankind. Vegetables, second runner-up. Alright, have fun. Please subscribe to our channel if you want more videos. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. And have a beautiful day. Eat lots of fruit. Get out in the sunshine and play.